evening. Welcome back to another episode of the Booty Evening Show. Today we'll be covering the top 5 stocks to watch for this coming week. Before we begin though, if you have not checked out our trading group, we are currently offering a 7-day free trial. So we provide entries and exits to all of our trades, as well as a big focus on education to make sure that you can be an independent and successful trader as well. So let's begin by looking at SPY real quick here. So SPY here has been trading on an upward bullish channel for quite some time now. Last Friday we actually caught SPY right at the bottom here around this 370 area. I've alerted this on IG, Twitter, stock tweets everywhere. Watch that 370 area because that is where heavy support and the trend line is at. So, if you caught this, we rolled this thing back up and we had 5 straight green day on SPY last week. So, SPY here, now we are approaching the top of this trading channel though. So, I would be very, very careful next week because once we hit this 390, 391 area, a pullback to the 386 will be very, very ideal for SPY here. That's going to be healthy for SPY in the long run if we get that pullback. So, watch for 390 is the number there. So our first stock that we'll be taking a look at will be NEO. NEO here had a nice run for quite some time, and it's been kind of just consolidating for the last couple months. We have been in this falling wedge for a couple of weeks now, and breakout is imminent pretty soon. So I'm watching for NEO to retest this trend line here, around this 54-55 area. That's going to be an ideal risky entry, but you will get a nice premium boost if NEO bounce right off of this trend line. To play the breakout, you would have to wait for this thing to break above 59, and your first PT will be 60.5 followed by 65. And if we break all-time high here around that 66 area, first fib level in the long run. So these targets are long run targets. We probably won't see that next week, but these targets are 73, 77, and 82. So the contract I'll be looking at for NEO will be the 219.21 60 call. Second stock we'll be looking at will be PLTR. So PLTR here had a nice run and it's been consolidating quite some time. We broke out of the bullish flag here, and now we had a nice pullback here to the 0.618 fib level. Now we get this bounce right off of the EMA as well. So this is very bullish here. We had nice volume on Friday as well. So I'm expecting this to continue to hit all-time high here. So here, let me place this right here. So entry, what I'll be looking at for this coming week will be a break above this 35.5 level here. Let's move that. Yeah, 35.5. That's gonna be my ideal entry for this. If this thing pulls back to the trend line, that's even better, just because you get that IV spike if it bounces off of the trend line. So ideal entry would be 35.5. First target will be this 37.7 area, followed by 42, and then all-time high. So the long term PT for PLTR will be the 51 level, 53.70, and 57.80. These are your fib levels for for this next leg up. The contract I'll be looking at for PLTR will be the 219.2021 40 call. The third stock we'll be looking at will be CHWY. This is actually my favorite setup coming into this coming week. The setup looks amazing. We've been on an upward trend here. It's looking very, very nice here. We bounced right off of the trend line last week, and this huge continuation here, and it's holding that 90 EMA perfectly. So I'll be watching this thing to break above 112.70 for entry, and your first price target will be the all-time high at 115. I'm expecting this thing to hit the 123.5 level, 127.4, and 133. These are long-term targets, but we can definitely hit the 123 this coming week if the market stays bullish with it. The contract I'll be looking at for CHWY will be the 219.21 120 call. the fourth stock we'll be looking at will be Zoom. Zoom, man, this stock has been very tough to play. Every day it pumps up and then it dumps. But Friday was a different case. It pumped up and it kept pumping up. So Zoom here broke out of a falling wedge here the other week, and now it created this nice bull flag right here, and it broke out on Friday. We are overextended on the short term, so a nice pullback would be very, very healthy for Zoom here. I'll be watching this thing to break above 420. If 420 breaks, we can hit that 426, followed by the 437. So as you guys can see, this area right here, this is a big gap that has to be filled by Zoom here. 435 to 460 has a big gap. So if Zoom can break into that area, expect a nice just melt up all the way there. The third fib level is 452.6, but the gap has all the way to the 460 area. So I'll be looking at the 219.21 460 call. This is super risky, but I'm betting that I'm betting the IV run up when Zoom pumps, and the chance of Zoom hitting into filling this gap. It is a very risky contract. So if you aren't into the risky type, you can get a closer in the money contract, like the 430 440 calls, but 460 may be paying out big time this coming week. Last stock we'll be looking at will be GPS. So GPS here, it actually has a nice double bottom forming here, and it has a nice gap here as well. A break above the 2360 area is what you want to see. A break above 2360, you can get a run up all the way to the 2570 to fill that gap. For my entry, I'll be looking at a break above 23 for calls. And GPS has been looking great. There's a lot of flow recently as well. So watch that 23 level to break. The contract I'll be looking at will be the 3521 23.5 call. That's gonna be the contract I'm gonna be looking at. It's a little closer to the money, but I think there's been huge amount of flow in there, and that contract can definitely pay off. So that's the 5 stocks we'll be watching for this week. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe and share it to all your friends. Help them make the money. Don't be selfish. Don't keep all this information to yourself. Help your friend make money as well. So hopefully you guys have a great trading week, and I'll see you guys at the next video.